The deadline for reaching on Iran's nuclear program is 3 weeks away. If an agreement is struck, it could be a financial windfall for the Iranians. And national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin tells us tonight that could further destabilize an already fractured Middle East.
During a trip to Israel to meet his defense counterpart and ease Israeli concerns about a possible nuclear deal with Iran, the president's top military advisor, General Martin Dempsey, admitted in frank off-camera remarks to reporters that, quote, Iran would likely inject some resources from nuclear sanctions relief into its military and surrogates, referring to Hezbollah and the Syrian regime of President Bashar Assad. Just days earlier, in an interview with Israel's Channel 2, President Obama downplayed that sanctions relief, estimated at $150 billion, would be a windfall for Iran's terrorist proxies.
Are they going to suddenly be able to finance 10 times the number of Hezbollah fighters? Probably not.
But the UN Special Envoy to Syria, shown here meeting Assad in Damascus, told experts in Washington recently that Iran spends $35 billion a year to prop up Syria's president, more than twice its entire military budget, in spite of the current sanctions. His spokesman later clarified to Fox News that he meant to say $6 billion a year, nearly half of Iran's declared military budget. The administration has been pressing its case for a nuclear agreement in a series of speeches to Jewish groups. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew, an Orthodox Jew, was booed, however, this weekend during a conference sponsored by the Jerusalem Post in New York.
Some said Iran would cheat, that our sanctions would fall apart, and that this program would allow Iran to move closer to acquiring a nuclear weapon. But none of that came to pass.
Estimates as to how much money is sent by Iran to Syria to prop up the regime varies greatly. Sources in the region suggest it is about $1.5 to $2 billion a year, not including the barter deals for oil and petroleum products. What most agree is that even with sanctions, Iran's support to Assad has not slowed. Brett?
Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. Jennifer